If you're the skinny guy who trains, eats more than your friends, watches all of the YouTube videos, buys the supplements, and you're still not growing, I think I know why. Let me tell you a story. I went from 17 kilos to over 100 kilos, and no, it wasn't the steroids. I found this guy on YouTube one night many years ago, absolute monster of a human being, and he just looked into the camera and he said, forget the fucking protein powder. Eat real food. And I'm not talking about 4 or 5 times a day. We're talking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a fucking day, if that's what it takes. And I'm sitting there going, this guy is completely out of his goddamn mind. And I love it. So I got home, right? And back then, there was no ChatGPT or any shit like that. So I remember sitting there with a calculator and a piece of paper going, okay, 5 meals a day for 2 weeks. How much fucking chicken is that? I had no clue. So I drive to Bilka, that's a big store back in Denmark, grab one of these big trolleys, you know, and I just start throwing chicken in there. More chicken, more rice, more oats, more eggs. And I'm standing there in the middle of this gigantic aisle here, and I'm thinking like, how the fuck am I going to eat all of this fucking food here? I can't even cook properly. Then I get home, I open the fridge, and I'm like, there is no fucking way all of this is fitting in there. There's no way. It was one of these tiny fridges, it's like 80 centimeters tall or something like that. So I called my mom. Mom, can I borrow some space in your freezer? And then I remember standing in that tiny kitchen for like 4 hours, just cooking chicken, rice, chicken, rice, chicken, rice, chicken, rice, container after container, and there is no room anywhere on this little counter here. The counter is full and the fridge is full. So I start putting them on the bed. The bed was just behind me. And I remember just stopping, looking at this bed here, covered in fucking Tupperware and going, this is either going to work or I completely lost my mind. And you know what's even worse? There wasn't even salt in it. There wasn't even pepper in it. There's no nothing, not even ketchup, just dry fucking chicken and rice every meal, every day for weeks. Monday morning, I carry all of this food here to work, this ridiculous stack of Tupperware here. Everyone eating their sandwiches from the gas station, and you know what I'm talking about. And they're looking at me. And one of the guys goes, Philip, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing. I'm just not going back to being skinny. And then came the part nobody talks about. I still remember it. 9 o'clock in the evening. The same fucking plate, the same fucking chicken, the same fucking rice. And I'm sitting there completely full. And there is no way, no fucking way this is happening. And I'm not even joking. There were times I literally had to do this, like, and then eat a little bit more, then eat a little bit more, because if I opened it, I was gonna puke. So I was just sitting there sweating all alone and nobody was watching, and I just kept eating chicken and rice. And then once I added the 7th meal to it, then I set the alarm to 2 in the morning. Yes, in the morning. And that's where I dragged myself to the kitchen, half asleep, and more chicken and rice. I ate it standing over the counter in the kitchen and just kept eating it like half asleep, and then I went back to sleep right after. And by doing that, I went from 17 kilos to 105 kilos in 4 months. And people will say it's the steroids, and I go, okay, let's say it's the fucking steroids. Take exactly what I take, I don't give a fuck. But you're also gonna eat 8 times a day, and you're gonna get up at 2 in the morning to eat chicken and rice, and then come back to me and talk to me. And you know what? They went quiet, because nobody ever asked me about meal number 7 and 8. They always asked about the goddamn steroids. And you know what's funny? I thought I was building muscle. Looking back at what happened back then, I wasn't. I was actually building me, because back then, everything in my life felt like I was fucking losing all the time. I was living in a basement apartment, $20,000 in debt. I was skinny, I was broke. Nothing was working. I needed a win, just a little one, just one win. So I finished meal 7, that's a win. I got up at 2 in the morning, that's a win. I went to the gym when I was tired after the plumbing job, that's a win. I finished what I said I was going to finish, that's another win. And you know why I became confident? Because I kept winning. It's not big wins, it's meal 7, win. 2 in the morning, win. Gym when I was exhausted, win. Made $20 online, win. And after enough of those, you stop thinking of yourself as the guy who fucking quits all the time. You start thinking of yourself as the guy who keeps his word. And years later, when I was sitting in that basement apartment trying to build a business, working until 2 in the morning, not fucking feeling like it, I thought about that plate that chicken and rice. And I thought, if I could hold my mouth shut at meal 7 and 8, I can keep this laptop open for 1 more hour. That's a fucking win. And that's what whatever it takes actually feels like. It's not motivation, it's not discipline, it's collecting the wins until you become somebody you actually believe in. So what's your meal number 7 right now? It's not the easy stuff. The thing you keep avoiding, go fucking eat it. And if you want the exact framework I use it to go from 17 kilos and a basement apartment to a life I never thought was possible, the Whatever It Takes challenge is free. It's 30 days. There's no bullshit. The first link below. I see you inside. Let's get it.